All right. Welcome to Bikas Web channel. My name is Bikas. I'm here back again with another video. This time, another interesting real life practical use case video. So this is something whenever you will be building any sort of application that will require login or sign up, you would need this feature because your user may forget password and they need to reset. So we have this kind of login screen. So I can put forget password. It will take me to this kind of place, and here if you type any random email address that does not exist, then it will say that problem invalid email, so this email does not exist. However, if I actually put a real user email address here, and if I put it here, it says instruction sent successfully, reset instruction sent successfully. In our case, that is here we are just console logging in the server console, but in real life we will be sending that email, and I will make that video in future. So let's say user gets this link and they will click it, then it will say that you have this option, and if someone provides wrong token, so if they provide something like this, then it will actually say this is invalid token. And you can see we are verifying those token in backend, so it is not only front end but backend validated. And now if we go here and add y here, then it is actually verified, and you can see this token is valid. We are getting 200 this status code, that means it's success. And now I can go here, I can put new password, and then when I do this, it says this is successfully done. And once this is successful, if your user try to go to this URL again, it will say this is invalid because you can see it's bad token, and you can see the token is invalid. So once the password is reset, this token is actually clear from the users table. So that is what we will be building in this video. If that sounds interesting, if that's what you are looking for, smash the like button. If you are new to this channel and if you haven't subscribed my channel already, subscribe my channel and also hit the bell notification icon. That way, whenever I upload new videos, you will get notification. That being said, let's start today's video. Okay, so here I am in VS Code, and this is our project setup. So we have client, which is in React, and then server, which is in Node, Express, and Mongodb. So I will be using this repo and this project and continuing on this project. So you can just go and check it out. I will put the link in the description. Also a full stack video and everything, all the playlist, I will put everything in the description. So just check all the links. You will get everything in the video description. Okay, so a little bit about our flow today. So this is a really poorly designed diagram. This kind of diagram would be better. However, you will get the concept, hopefully. So we'll have in a client page. So let's say just like we have this login page, somewhere here in the login I will put forget password. Usually it's here, but I will just put somewhere down there, and then when someone clicks that, it will take to that route. And then from there, when our user will provide their email address, we will check whether the email address exists in the system or not. That will call this forget password route in server side, and if it is not there, it will send error. If not, we will just generate reset token. We will store that in the user table. We need to also modify our model and everything, and then if everything is good, we will send them recent link where there will be this token and some link. However, in this video I'm going to do this manually, and probably in future video we will have some way to send email, and then we will send the success to frontend, and then frontend can say we have successfully sent you, go check your email, whatever we want to put there. And then when user click a reset password link, first thing we will verify token, just to make sure that someone who is in this page, they actually have a valid token, so that if the token is valid, we will proceed to succeed, where we will have forms so they can put their new password. If it is error, if the token is already gone, then we'll say them sorry, token expired, or this is invalid token, and then they have to start the process again. And then if everything is good, there will be a password field where they can enter the password, and then this will call this reset password backend API, and we will still check if the token is valid. If not, we will show them error. If everything is good, the new password that we get from user as a body, a payload here, we'll just hash it and store it in user table, and then we'll remove the reset token, and then we'll show them success message, and probably your password successfully resetted. Please log in again, or whatever we want to do, we can do that. So this is how the flow will look like. So let's go to front end first, and let's just create some front end page here, some route. So I will go here. So let's go inside auth. I will just copy this one, and I will just say forget password, and then I will just go here and just do forward password. I will do this, and then I will just clear this out. So all we need is only email. We can even directly have it, we don't need object. So I will do that, and then I will also do the same thing with reset password, where we will only have password field. Later we need to verify token and everything, so need to do a bit more in reset token. However, for now, let's just have a plain UI. So I created these two pages, forget password and password reset. Nothing going on, we have to fix everything, but just UI change here, and then we'll go to route. So here, and then I'm just gonna copy this twice. So one will be forget password, and then this will be reset password, and here we will want password reset, and then here we want forget password. Okay, so now we have two routes. Okay, so here we can just try forget password. Okay, so we have that, and then also let's try, and okay, so we have these routes. That's good. So the next thing we want to do, we want to go to login page here, and I'll just do something. We don't need this, and we can just do forget password. So let's go here and let's check it out. Okay, it kind of looks bad, so let's just wrap it here, so just so it comes in new line. Okay, that's good. However, now it's taking us to, okay, I hope this is good now, and this is good. So when someone enters this, the moment nothing happens, but that's what we will be dealing next. So let's go to server side for now, and then here in server side we first need to go to user model, and let's add one thing, and that is called reset token, and we can just copy this and add this into types. So let's go to user types here, and we can probably even make it optional, but it's not needed. All right, so now we have that. We need to do router, so we can use the same user router where we have been doing login and everything, or we can create auth route. I think I'm going to do a new route. I have been, okay, so now I have auth router. Let's just go to user router and copy something. We will need post route, so I'll copy basically everything from here, and then I'll just, before I forget, export. Okay, then here we can just go here and do auth on auth router, which we don't have. We have to import, and let's just import. Okay, all right, so now we have auth router. Let's go here, and then here what I can do is I can just say forget password. So theoretically we already have this route. Okay, we have to do a few things, and I guess here I'll just say we'll get this as a string, so this will be email, dot email. So this is a string we want, and if we don't have email there, if that is not called, we can just send that missing required parameter. So if someone is calling this route, however they are not providing email in the body email, then we are just saying we need something. We can also do validation, but let's not do any sort of validation for this one. Then the next thing is we want to also check here that whether this email exists or not, and in this case it's a little bit different. So if this email does not exist there, then we can just say, well, we can still do 401 or well, I'll just say 40, and then I'll just say invalid email. Okay, so we'll send this. So if the email is valid, then we need to do something. In this case, we were creating user. So I'm just thinking where we want to do. So let's go to user service, and somewhere here after this. Okay, I think I can just do something here, export const, and we can just say handle forgot password. I'll just say this name just because I cannot come up with anything. So I'll just do email, and that is a string. And then here we will have something, but let's just do try catch here. So first thing we need to do, we need to actually create a reset token. So if you check this out here, so we need to generate reset token and then store it in user table. So we need to do that, and let's go somewhere in middleware. Do we have auth token? So we have here generate ss token, and all this is ss token. So I think it's the same theory we can use. So here we can just say generate reset token. I guess that's good. We can still use the same JWT secret, or we can even change it. And what do we want in reset token? So we want that the reset token has email address. We don't need this is logged in true. Actually, we never used it even here. And then just for something we have a user ID, and then this we can just say we can do 24 hours. So actually someone can be there for 24 hours, or maybe for testing we can even have 1 minute or something, but we'll deal with that later. And then when we have this generate reset token, we can also do a similar thing like this verify ss token. So let's go here and we just say verify reset token. So it will use token, and that will be string, and then it will do something here. So okay, so we can actually copy this, and then we'll do something there. So if we don't have token, then so if there is no token, no, I mean we will expect that there is token. Okay, so we have JWT token, JWT, and then we have async function error and decoded. So if it fails, then we have to say return false. Okay, so that means the token is not authenticated. However, if the verification succeed, then we can just to user, and we don't need, okay, we are not creating here. We are also creating here if verification succeed. That means if the token is verified, then we can just get the user. So in this case, decoded will be email, which will be string, and ID, which will be string. So we actually can also fix this one here. So the decoded was something. Anyway, let's not fix there. I had this any type. I could have actually typed it properly, but in this case we have this. So if it succeeds, we can just return this, and if it fails, okay, so all right, so in this case we can just have that boolean or string. And all right, so now we have generated a reset token, which is exactly same as generate SS token. We could change this secret, but we can still use the same thing. We are also passing user here, and that is also okay, and we will get the token back, which will be string. And then I will just go here and I will just say export. And for verify reset token, so we will get token. The token will be coming from frontend, and then we will return. If it is false, we will say false. If not, we will, in this case you can see, we will be sending them decoded email that will whatever the user email who wants to reset this password. Okay, in any case, whether we have error, whether we have this catch error or this, it will send false. Okay, so this at least for now looks pretty okay for me. So what we want, okay, we go to services again, and here we have email. So we will first find user. Okay, we need this user because we want to also, then we want to generate token. So const reset token is generate reset token, and here we will be passing user. Okay, and then when we have reset token, so then we want to store it. So what we want to do, we want to do user dot reset token is reset token. So this reset token, and then we will just update the user just like how we have updated this. Let's just go here, and we don't need this. We can just have await, and email is and then this user. So this way at least I am assuming that the user will have token. This is good. And then in theory, this is where we should be sent email with reset link to user. So for this we will be using like some sort of way, and probably we would have send email and we'll do anything we want. However, we don't have that. So all we want to do here is console log, and then we'll just say reset link. So the link will be, in our case, I need to generate this. So this is the what, and then let's just go here. So remember we create this one. So this link, and then here we will have a reset token, and then the token will be whatever reset token we have. So we will just console log this, and I will just return boolean. So here we will true, and here we will okay. So all right, so we will be just returning true or false. So this should do our handle reset thing. Okay, now we have this. So let's go to auth route here, and then here all we want to do is handle forget password, and then we'll just pass email here. And then what we want to do is, if all we so let's say if we get true from here, if that's the case, we can just send 200, and then we can just say it reset instruction sent. All right, so this is our forget password route, and let's go here. And okay, so we are here now in Frontend forget password page here. So we need to do something when this send reset this button is clicked. So for that, let's go to services. Let's go to auth services, and just like this login, what we can do is export const forget password async, and all we need is email there. So we will have try cats, and we also have this snack bar here. Let's just copy this, and okay, so error is any problem in well, we don't even need, we can just say problem, and whatever the error there will be, it will show the error. And then if everything is good, so let's just do const. Do we even need data? I don't know. Let's just do await, and we have HTTP client, we have post, and now here we will have auth password, and then I will just say email. Okay, so I think this is already good, and if everything is good, I can just say so we can just show success here. Snack bar, so snack bar. Okay, so we are not doing anything with data. And then here in the forget password page, we can also do one thing. I just want to wrap these two inside here. I don't know if that is gonna ruin our, okay, it's good. So why I wanted to do that, It is because if this is not success, or actually I could even do is sent anything. However, okay, I already did that. So this is there. However, if we have is success, in that case we do want probably this auth form, but here I just want to say reset instruction sent. Okay, so that was everything. That's all I wanted to do. And then here on click, what I would like to do, instead of login, I'll want to do forgot password. And actually at the moment we don't need this. And here yes, I can technically even make this async, and then I can just say await, and then I can just do forgot password. It will take email, and if that is success, then I will do set is success true. All right, this is not the best way. Actually, I should be calling this show form and show success message or whatever, and then if this does not succeed, actually, then we should show them again this form. Otherwise, we show them this instruction successfully. So this is not perfect. You can fix it, and that can be something for you. However, for now, this should do the job. So we have some problem. Link is defined never use. Okay, that is in password reset, which we will come later, come back to there. But if everything is good, then okay, our node.man crashed. And why it did crash, I have no idea. So let's go here. Okay, this crashed again. So something is messing around. Middleware auth token. Okay, I think maybe users URL service. So okay, so this is the reason. So this should do the job, and it does. Database is connected, everything is good. So what I want to do, let's check it. So let's go here, and I have this some random email. If I do this, let's also inspect here, so we see if we get anything in console. I do login. Oh no, sorry. Okay, so admin whatever, it says invalid email, so that's good because we don't have that. And request failed with status code 400, invalid email, we are getting this. There is response and everything, that is good. And this is exactly what I was telling you, that even when we have failed, it will show this instruction sent successfully, and that is because we are actually not handling this properly. So that's the thing. Actually, I'll just remove this for now, so that we actually don't have that problem. So here, if I try to do something, it says problem invalid email. However, if I do admin So admin@bicas.com. If I do that, it says instructions sent successfully. And now if you come to check here, you see this is the reset link. So user will be getting email with this reset link. And if you were to go here, you put it, then okay, this is way long, and I don't know if that will be in database, but someone will be putting something like this and they will be here. And then we now need to verify whether this token is a valid token or not. So that's what we will be dealing next. So let's go to our router in backend. So here, so just like that, I will actually copy this and I will do reset password. And in this case, it's not the email. No, actually that's not the thing. We want it first. Okay, so this is verify token, and we may use this for many other tokens in future. So we have this token, and if we don't have token, so if someone try to call this route and don't pass token, again we are telling them that. However, if this token exists, the next thing we need to do here is we actually just need to do const is token valid, and let's modify this code a bit. So we will have async here because we have async here, and probably we'll put await here, although it will say this has no effect. Let's just still have it there. So now we will just use this here. So we can say await, and let me import this, and it will require token. So now what it goes here. So if we don't have that valid token, if token is not valid, then we will just send invalid token, and it can be for many reasons. And if everything is good, else we will just say success verified, or I can even so we can do something like this. And now let's go to frontend again here, password reset. So we need to do a couple of things. First of all, we need to get this. So we need to get this from query params. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So let's just go and do it. Okay, so to get this is query params, and in React router new version, we probably have something called use source params. And then here, what I can do, I can just do source params, and there is also a setter function, but we don't need that. And then I can just call use source params. Okay, so this is good. Then I can for now just console log source params dot get reset token. All right, so let's inspect here. Let's go. And if I refresh, you can see that we are getting reset token here, and that's what we are interested in. So what we can do before this page loads, we can just say const token verified, Okay, so we can do something like this, and then what we can do, let's go to user services here. So let's modify this. We can also modify this. So all I can do is I would have just written this, no, not this, and after everything I could have written true, and here if there will be any problem I could just do false, and in that case and I can do the same approach. So let's just here and let's call it verified token, and then it will expect token, and then this will call verified token and it will send token. And we don't need this success here when the token is verified, but if token is not verified we can show the problem and return false. I think with this approach now we can actually handle something. So here earlier we had something, so we can just do all, and then I can just call this is done here. I'm not sure if this will work, but let's go to reset token here. So what we can do, we have this token verified and not, so immediately here I can call it react use effect, and so what we want to do is verified token, this will be async function, and we will get some react warning which I have no problem for now. So what I can do is set token await, and then I will just do verify, and we have this here, and that will take, it will take this. Now I don't need this one, and now okay, we can just const token is this, okay. So well, const if we have token, then we do that, else we can do false. So if there is no that kind of refresh reset token, then this is false. Initially also this is false. However, if everything is good, then that's okay. And then here we will call this verify, and now this has missing source params, and now we don't need navigate, at least not now. So let's remove this, and then here what we want to do, we still have this on click that we need to set later, but this whole auth container after this, let's just do something like this. We go here, and then only if token is verified, then only we want this, we can actually even do, if this is verified, we come there, else we'll just copy this, and here somewhere we said invalid token. All right, so yes, this is what we want. If the token is not verified, then we want invalid token. It already started it. However, I don't know why it says invalid token. Okay, so let's check the network. Send verify token. The token is sent. Okay, so it comes to backend already. So here, this is call. Okay, so let's see what is happening. Okay, so we are here and we do have this token, but this is sending false. Okay, so let's go inside here and let's see if this will ever be called or not. And it actually is called and we get it. So problem here is not that we don't get it, it's just because we have this weird async await going on, and I think that's the main reason why it comes slowly here. So we need to fix that. I was kind of worried about that. So let's see how we can fix this. Okay, so this is causing the problem in our verify SS token. For this middleware, it was a little bit different approach, so we were using next and everything, and that would go async, but here I think I need to modify this. So probably this approach, when I put this in promise, I'm hoping that this should work. So let's go here and I'll just put it here. Let's refresh. We are here, and so it is decoded, but what happened here? Okay, preview token is valid. All right, so we got this. That's nice. So this thing worked. I just have some problem here. So let's go to password reset, and yeah, it shows this screen. That is also good. So okay, so this is all good. For example, if instead of E, if I put like T here, you can see that this is invalid because that is not a valid token. However, when this is valid, then user can see this. So the last step remaining is to actually reset password. So let's go to our flow. So if that is good, so we are until here, we have passed through all these, we have even validated token. So now we are here, and so from here, when someone enters, we also have this UI. Then we have to call reset password, hash and everything. Okay, so let's just go to backend, and here in auth router, so I'll just copy this one more time, and here I will just say, what was it? Forgot password. Okay, reset password. Okay, so here I want to make some types here. So let's go to user type, URL type. Okay, so there was no auth type. I will still go here. I'll just do password reset type. Actually, we don't even need password reset type here. That, so we want password, and that is a string, and we want token, and that is also a string. So we need these two. Okay, so now here, So body and let's import type. Okay, and then we have token and we also have password. All right, so if there is no token or no password, because we need both, then we'll say that, and then it will try to verify it, and if it is not valid it will still send this else. Then here now instead of that we actually need to reset password. So let's go to user services here, and somewhere here, so we need couple of items. One is new password, that is string, and we will also need email, that is string, and okay. So here first thing we want to get user, so that's good. Then the next thing is we want to update user, so user dot password is create hash, and we have new password, so we will create a hash of new password, and that will go here as user password. And then we also do user dot reset token, we will put empty, and then we'll have it here, and then we'll just say return true. If not, I guess this should do. This is exactly what we wanted. Has the new password installed and remove the reset, so technically that is this, and everything is good, at least looks like. I think this is good. However, just to let you know, we can also do one more thing. So we can take reset token here as a payload, and then we can just do if user dot reset token not equals to the reset token whatever was passed. That means we have a valid reset token. However, that valid reset token may not belong to this user, so in that case we are not changing the password. However, I'm not doing this here, and it is because this email is something we will anyway decode from the reset token. So hopefully and then when we are creating reset token, if you go here and if you see when we are generating reset token, we are actually getting email from the user of that reset token. So there is still chance that there can be some misuse. However, that is again something you can fix it. So just have one more token here, validate it, and then throw error if needed. Anyway, let's go to auth route here. We have reset password, everything is good. So we will go here, reset password, and it requires couple of thing. I think this is actually not valid, but this is email. Yes, so it will be either true or string. So if it is true, that is email. So reset password, so we need email. No, actually it's not like this. What do we need here? So first of all we need to import this. Okay, something is wrong here. So let's go to, we have reset password, then I go here. Oh, okay, just say, so let's import that. So it will require 2 arguments, so new password, so that will be password, and then it will require email, and that's the email. So I guess this can be done a bit differently here if we don't have email. However, if we don't have, then like this. So it says that not assignable to, if, okay, if email and type of email a string, so that means we know that this has been decoded, then we are resetting it, and if everything is done, we will do 200, and then we can just say JSON reset successfully. All right, so we have this route, and then we need to still go here in the front end. Then let's go to auth here, and just like we had verify token, so we can just go here, and what do we need? We need token, that is string, and password string. This can also be promised with boolean, and here we can just do try catch like we have been doing, and then whenever there is error we can do something like this. Let's just do any here, and then here I can do await auth reset password, and then the body we want token, we want password, and if everything is good, we actually even want this one here. So before true we can just say reset successfully. All right, okay, so now we have to go here, and we can make this also async, and then here again what we can do, so we can have one more thing here, is reset success, so we will use this, although we are already showing the success, so we are just having a more here. So what we can do is, if that's true, so first of all, so we can do await, we can do a reset password, and then we can pass reset token, and then password. We need to still get that, and if is reset done, we will like to have true else this is false. Okay, and then we need this reset token, and we don't have that reset token. I can also do something here. So initially we have that, but as soon as we get this token, I can just do okay, and now here we have reset token, we have password. All right, so in theory this should work. So let's go to login screen, and let's say we forget our password. So we go here, and then I will give whatever random stuff. Then it says invalid email. That's good. That's not valid. However, if I do admin at bcas.com, which is valid, then it says that reset sent successfully and instruction sent. So we go here, and you can see we got this, and we have this, and in practice in upcoming videos we will be actually sending actual email to user, but in this case we are not sending it. And of course in real life there will be no localhost but actual domain there, whatever the web URL you will have, but you can get the concept from here. So now if we were to go there, and let's say someone click this, okay, the token is valid. If I would be removing this Y from here, it says it's invalid token. We can even have more information here, reset again or something, whatever, but we don't need that. So now if I give Y, it is a valid token. Now let me go and change the password from test, test. Earlier we had 1 2 3. Now I will put 1 2 3 4, and I would do reset password, and it says password reset successfully, and we didn't get any success message here. And I guess the reason behind that is I have set it but haven't done anything. We have this one, but here instead of these two, we can even under here we can just have another div, and then is reset success, reset fully, and then just like somewhere here we can ask them to go to login page. And now you can see we don't need this, and we don't need also this. So now, okay, so this token is still valid, and technically this token should not be valid anymore. So you can see one flaw. After reset we are already removing this token, but it still says this is valid, and the problem there is we are not doing a proper check here. So in auth route, when we are verifying token, we are just checking whether the token is valid or not. However, if the token is valid, if token is not valid, that's good. Else we still need to do one more thing, and that is whether that user actually has that token or not. So let's just go here and let's find user here. So here there are a lot of if and else going on. However, if token is valid, then we need existing user, and that user's email is token valid. So technically that is the one. And then if we have user, so again if existing user dot reset token is not same as token, then again here we need to pass invalid token. Else, okay, there are a lot of if and else going on, and you can clean this, but we have this. So now if I have to refresh this, I should be getting invalid token, because even though token is generated from our server, this verify reset token actually does not care about whether this token belongs to user or not or anything. It only verifies whether it is generated from server or not, and we wanted more than that, so that's why it shows like that. So let's try one more time. Login. Now if I try to log in with old test123, it says it's invalid. But if I log in with 1234, it logs me in. However, let's try to forget password. So let's go admin add. Okay, so reset instruction sent successfully, and we have this link here. So let's click this, we get it here, and let's set password test123 back, and it says reset successfully, login. However, now if I refresh it, because this should remove the reset token, and we already fixed that. Now if I refresh it, it says it's invalid token. All right, so this is all we needed to do for this video, and we did everything we were supposed to do here. In future video, we will actually deal how we can send email. Even then, when we have localhost, it's not enough, because when someone clicks in their email address, the localhost 3000 means nothing. We actually need to host our website and then have actual URL and everything, but we can still try and play along how the email will appear to user and everything. So we will be doing those kind of videos in future. All right, so that was it for today's video. I hope this video was useful for you, and now you know how password reset logic works in full phase. So starting from the front, back, and everything. And if you agree, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed my channel already, subscribe my channel and also hit the bell notification icon. That way, whenever I upload new videos in future, you will get notification. That being said, thanks for watching this video. Keep coding. Bye bye.